Kenya's Gen Zs have given Kenya a global recognition. Let's have a look at a story captured by Citizen TV Kenya, for it's going to form the basis of our analysis right now. Dancehall star Konshens waves Kenyan flag at jam-packed Summer Jam Festival. The Kenyan global wave seems to have caught on pretty fast as the whole world continues to benchmark with the country's anti-government protesters, with many global stars throwing their weight behind the country. At the height of the anti-finance bill demos, celebrities from Nigeria, Jamaica, Tanzania, and elsewhere showed their open support, many encouraging young Kenyans to stay put and keep up the fight. The story continues. From Joboy to Jamaica's Queen Ifrika, these superstars made their stance known, some, like Christina Shusho, even changing their profile pictures to that of the Kenyan flag. And on Saturday, in what is an undeniable continuation of the Kenyan dominance in the global culture discourse, Jamaican dancehall ace Konshens performed while holding the Kenyan flag, waving it high and even giving the country a shout out. As thousands of fans danced to his Girl a Bubble, Konshens displayed his allegiance to Kenya, and in the crowd too, Kenyan flags could be seen swaying from side to side, a clear testament of the moment's history-making moves. Kenya, we see Uno, you. We have the flag for all the people. Bas a blank, Konshens said. The Summer Jam crowd then reacted wildly, with thunderous applause and more vigorous waving of the Kenyan flag. The Germany Summer Jam concert happened just a day before the Shujaa concert at the Uhuru Park, held in honor of all the slain Kenyans who lost their lives during the anti-government demos over the last 3 weeks. So Gen Zs have put us on the global map. And now the world knows we are not joking here. We are a serious people. We cannot allow ourselves to be oppressed and to be persecuted by a government. The whole world now recognizes Kenya as a no-nonsense country. You bring for us nonsense, we are there to deal with you. This is a Jamaican dancehall artist and DJ performing in Germany. While performing in Germany, he has recognized Kenya and lifted our flag up high. A confirmation that the world is very proud of what Kenya's Gen Zs have done. And now more countries will start copying what we have done. That has never happened anywhere in the world. Kenya has broken the record. Very peaceful protests, very peaceful demonstrations. Even though the government has been using excessive unnecessary force, the Gen Zs have been very consistent and persistent. I want us to dig deep into this, ladies and gentlemen, for Kenyans to understand what that means. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. What Gen Zs have done in Kenya has brought us respect. We are now being respected globally. We are being seen as very informed, people who are learned, people who know their rights. Look, for example, a country like Uganda or a country like Zimbabwe. under the late Robert Mugabe. We used to see citizens in those countries as fools, yes. And even right now, I fail to understand why Ugandans can tolerate a dictator. The whole world now knows we are not there to joke. Congrats to Gen Zs. I've always maintained in this forum that William Ruto is destined for destruction. Look at his first 2 years in office. How William Ruto has been ruling. The first thing he did was to give job to a dynasty. And then what followed were policies oppressing the Mamamboga and the Boda Boda. And if you look on how Ruto campaigned, he promised heavens, but he could not even deliver the clouds. He gave a lot of promises. One thing Kenyans should learn, and even future politicians in Kenya, and future leaders in Kenya, don't overpromise. Don't overpromise. Don't hype people's expectations if you know you can't deliver. Ruto was promising anything. Nitawatoa chini niwapeleke juu. Wale wamekaa kwa kona, dynasties. Ruto overpromised. And that should be a lesson to Kenyan politicians and leaders. Don't overpromise. And then secondly, if you look on how William Ruto campaigned, he used the church. He used the church pulpit to campaign. That should also be a lesson to Kenyans and to any person aspiring an elective seat. Respect the church. Respect God. William Ruto clearly disrespected the church and he disrespected God. And because of him, the church in Kenya is dead, courtesy to him. I strongly believe he's being punished for having destroyed the church in Kenya. Kenyans no longer trust these churches and these church leaders, courtesy to Ruto. I believe this is a punishment Ruto is being given for having destroyed the church. So for any person, do your politics, but don't play with the church. Ruto played with the church, and this is why things are now falling apart. Judgment is being passed on him for having destroyed the church. And again, if you look on how Ruto campaigned, his politics was pegged on giving tokens and handouts. Right now, he's not giving those tokens and handouts. That only confirms that as a politician or any leader, if you come into office through giving of handouts and tokens, you must continue giving those handouts for you to be relevant. If you stop giving the handouts, then your relevance is gone. You become irrelevant. Ruto was only relevant because of the handouts and the tokens he was giving. The moment he stopped giving them, you are seeing the whole country is against him. And that's something Kenyans should take very seriously. If it's tokens, give them before you are elected and continue giving the tokens even after you are elected. If you fail or if you stop, your support disappears. And something again to learn from Ruto, his support was not natural support. It was a forced support. He bought elected leaders, he bought the people. So he was not having a natural support. And that's why he has become very unpopular in just under 2 years. A smart leader or politician Try to explain to the people your policies. Don't try to influence them using money. Because if you use money, then these people will not believe in you. But if you convince them without money, then they can believe in you, even if you are trying to pass some unpopular policies, you can easily convince them because they believe in you. People who don't believe in you cannot buy your unpopular policies. That's the problem William Ruto is facing. Those who were supporting him never believed in him in the first place because he used money to convince them. A smart politician, a politician who wants to have a long future in politics, don't put money be the basis in which people are following you. Let me stop it there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.